Hey souls. Hey, I wanted to take a vulnerable moment. I know this is a new channel and I'm not usually this free, but here I am. I'm free. I'm free. So, I have my inner monologues about my journey, where I'm at, and certain placements that I'm working with, right? If you have a North Node in Libra, this is for you. And if you have a Chiron in Libra, So, sitting here thinking about my experience as a North Node in Libra in the 8th house, I'll make sure that I put that in the title or in the description, like who this video is for, because this video is more of it's not necessarily teaching. So today I'm really speaking authentically about my experience as an individual who has these placements. This is very different from what I normally do, and I'm grateful, I'm thankful that you're here watching this. So also I have been drinking, so keep that in mind. I've actually been wanting to make this video for quite some time, and I think that this video will actually be pretty long. So go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Go ahead and get yourself some food, get yourself a snack, a glass of wine, and we're gonna go ahead and get started, okay? So this is me as a person, a soul, who I have my North Node in Chiron conjunct together in the birth chart, which basically that means that my spiritual wound and the purpose of my soul are together. I said I wasn't going to teach, but they are conjoined together. So one person that really, like this girl that I met who has the same placement as me, she described it in such a beautiful way. She's actually a poet. She described it, having the North Node and Chiron conjunct is like getting stabbed and then having to examine and learn from the wound. I probably butchered it. The way she said was much more beautiful and poetic, but I mean, for every single experience surrounding this wound is painful, but it's like I don't have a choice whether I like it or not. I don't have a choice whether I can run from it or not. The next time this pain arises, it's like it's going to keep repeating itself. So it's like you have to face it. And I wish I can go back and see what the actual... Okay, that took me probably about 10-15 minutes to actually access this exact quote. I do feel like it was so life-changing for me that I would love to share it with you guys. Those of you, my fellow North Node conjunct Chiron, Chiron in Libra, North Node in Libra conjunct Chiron in the 8th house. Really, the energy is interchangeable, but this will resonate if you have a South Node in Aries as well. Miss Shalala says something so beautiful to me, and it resonated with me. I had to pull up. It was in a Facebook comment, okay? I was posting in a group trying to understand Libra energy. Why? If you have a Chiron in Libra or a North Node in Libra, it's like you may resonate with Libra energy, being a wounded energy in your life, like having negative experiences with Libra people, if someone comes into my life and they're a Libra, they're automatically going to cause me some sort of trauma. And it's just, I've only noticed it more recently, but it's been a thing. Like, Libras have taught me more than Libras, and of course Scorpios, because my Libra North Node and Chiron are in the 8th house. It has taught me, Scorpios and Libras have taught me more than any other sign. And so if you have a Libra or Chiron, you know, and if you have a Libra North Node or Chiron, you may experience this sort of wounded energy of Libras, you know, whether that be Libra people or Libra dominant people, or people who just carry a Libran energy. This is like a recurring thing for you, as it is for me. And I'm sorry if you're a Libra, like, I apologize. Like, I promise you, I'm coming from a place of like, I have an Aries South Node. So there's that ultimate disagreement, and I'm trying to understand you. So I'm not, please Libras, do not take this as a personal attack on you, but I'm going to speak from an Aries South Node. I'm going to speak from the opposite of what you are. And it may not be pretty, and I cannot sugarcoat myself. If there was a Libra South Node that had to speak on the Aries energy, I'm sure they would say some terrible things. I'm sure they would say some really non-agreeable things. But this is just a disclaimer for anyone who is a Libra dominant person, whether they be a Libra sun or a Libra anything. Really, like, you're speaking as I'm someone, I have a Libra North Node and I have a Libra Chiron. So it's like my soul was so far on the other side, and I've been just wounded by Libra energy up until this point, and that is because I need to learn from it. So I'm speaking to the people who are also wounded, that have to learn from the energy that you currently possess. So if you currently possess this energy and you embody it and you understand it and you've mastered it, that's beautiful. But these are for the people that are literally struggling, like myself. You know, I've learned a lot recently, but I'm still very new in my journey as it pertains to understanding the Libra energy and also understanding the Scorpio energy. Okay, so that's just the disclaimer. I hope this video isn't offensive to anybody. That is not my intention to be offensive, although some of the things that I may say may come off as offensive because of my frustration. I am a divine being incarnated into a human experience, and I have no problem expressing human emotions. Although I am an extraterrestrial being and a star seed, I am well within this 3D dimension, and I'm well within my right to express human emotions such as frustration, such as misunderstanding, such as pain, and things like that. So that is my disclaimer. The thing that you want to run from is also the karma that your soul has to balance out. Miss Shalala, this is a soul that I had the pleasure of connecting with via Facebook, and she also has a Libra North Node conjunct Chiron. She said, having your wound directly linked to your North Node. Most people probably don't struggle against that certain energy like this. She said it's like having an enemy lodged in your chest. And the only way to overcome it is to utilize it and gain knowledge from it, eventually growing past the festering wound. It's a force that can't be fought like a normal battle. Then she says, my South Node wishes it was a straightforward battle and not some mind game. My South Node wishes it was a straightforward battle. My Aries South Node wishes battle is battle. Aries energy represents the war, the battle, the initiation. Aries energy initiates new. It initiates a new life. It initiates action. It's the push forward. It's that external energy. So Aries rules the force that pushes and emerges through. That initial, like, the reason why Aries energy is so aggressive and so forward is because the energy that it takes to move something from a resting state into the non-resting state is a very strong one. You need that initiation, that push. And I don't want to sound like corny or say it in a corny way, but it's like initiation, we think of initiation, but are we really understanding what it takes to initiate, to bring something from one state to another? It requires a very aggressive and masculine energy. And that's why Aries is the most aggressive and masculine energy because of this. It is the number one. You know, it's the first sign in the season. And it's beautiful today. Today's the spring equinox. And it's March 20th. And it's the middle of the night, so it's March 21st. But today is the spring equinox, which I think is very symbolic for the timing that I'm filming this video. That Aries, especially right now being the spring equinox, we're taking something that's been frozen, shriveled up, decomposed even, and it's warming up. And, you know, all of the seeds that have been planted, everything that's been brewing, you know, within the winter seasons, it's like they're starting to germinate and break through its exterior. So a seed that breaks through its tough shell, the roots start to show. You know, that's the springtime. We start to see like the force that is required for a root to break through the exterior of a seed is the strongest that it needs to be. That initiative force that is required is a forward, aggressive action. Aries energy is the god of war, rules with an iron fist. It's very black or white. Okay, so that is Aries energy, that aggressive masculine force. If I don't like you, I will fight you. I will beat you up. I will let you know I don't like you. And if there's a problem, I will assert myself. I will address it, and I will say, what's the problem? Let's figure it out. Let's figure it out. Aries energy can't afford to be coy or indirect. Like if Aries energy was to be indirect, it would miss its goal. If I'm a little root sitting inside of a seed, I have to say, oh, I have to live. I have to break free and crack through that exterior. It's direct and intentional because it can't afford to not be. Because imagine if Aries energy was not. Imagine if the beginning sign of the zodiac didn't know what it was doing and it was all over the place. Imagine that. None of us would be here. The rest of the zodiac wouldn't be here. So for that, the child of the zodiac has to break through and say, hi, I'm born. Hi, I'm me. Like it's the most direct energy you can think of. And it makes the most sense to an Aries South node. To an Aries South node, it's like, this is what life is supposed to be. Like, this is how things are supposed to be. If you have a problem, you just have to fix it. If you have a problem, you just have to talk it out. If you want somebody to do something, you just force them. If you want somebody to stop doing something, then you beat them up. And obviously, like, my Mars is debilitated, so I don't have an extremely aggressive background, but I can tell you that I resonate with this energy. When we encounter Libran energy, the exact opposite of us, you know, I say us because I can only speak from this experience. I apologize to Libran people that may be watching this. I'm not against you, I promise. You know, I have to speak from my own experience, but when I say us, I mean when we encounter Libran energy and say, oh my God, like, what's happening? This energy is the exact opposite of us. This energy rules with an iron fist, but in an indirect way. How can you rule with an iron fist without ruling with an iron fist? And because Aries energy is forceful, Libran energy is forceful as well. If you meet a Libra, they may promise you that what the decisions you're making with them are your decisions, but in reality, they are their decisions. When I say they, I mean Libra dominant people who come into your life to help you learn about Libra energy. They are forcing you. Just like an Aries is beating you up, a Libra, these are cardinal signs. Aries, there's a reason why Libra is a cardinal sign. Because the same initiation, that initiative, that driving force that it takes to initiate something into action, Libra has to initiate justice. Libra has to take the chaotic world and say, let's find justice, let's find balance, let's find peace. Okay? So the world of the Aries is chaotic. It's war. It's probably famine. You know, it's famine. People starving, some people being rich, some people being poor. There's this extreme nature of Aries. Aries represents the extreme. It represents the two things that cannot coexist. The age of Aries and the ancient Roman times where they watched each other get killed inside of arenas and all of these crazy things that human beings did to each other, it represents the extreme. It's like the killed or be killed. It's the rich versus the poor. It's the hungry versus the satiated. And there is only one, there's no in between. It's one or the other. It's black and white. And when we see things in that way of it's one or the other, that is the epitome of the Aries energy. And it's like when we encounter people who may love us, they may hate us. You know, we may like our jobs, we may not. You know, this person may want to do business with me or they may not. It's the in between. It's the gray area. You know, the Aries represents the black and white, and the Libra represents the gray area. The gray area is like, what the fuck? Like, because it's like, first of all, why do we care about the gray area? Like, why do I care about combination, the mixture of the black and white. Either it's black or it's white, and then I move on. Like, what's going on? The gray area is like, I love this person, but I kind of hate them. I'm sober, but I'm kind of drunk and an alcoholic. Like, that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like to an Aries dominant person. That's how crazy it sounds. But the crazier part about it is it makes sense, and it has purpose, and it has value. And your experience and your journey is to find that middle ground, to find the gray area and say, what is the purpose of the gray area? Like, why are we here? Why is the gray area necessary? And this is where esoteric astrology comes into play, to walk the path between the great lines of force. Okay? There are two great lines of force. There's black and there's white. The path between the two is Libra energy. Okay? The path between, it's not choosing black or white. It's a diplomacy. It's a democracy. It's justice. It's keeping the black and white in mind. It's saying, I acknowledge the black and I acknowledge the white. How can I appease both black and white? How can I find justice between the two? How can I satisfy the two? How can I make both happy? How can I mend the two? How can I mend them? How can I say, okay, these two great lines of force. I mean, whatever heads would look at their tails and say, what the fuck? Ew. Why? Why are you like that? Why are you like that? And then tails is like, why are you like that? Like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Why aren't you doing what you're supposed to do? When in reality, heads and tails are literally the same person. They're the same being. They're made of the same materials. You know, Libra looks at the black and the white and it says, how can I create harmony between the two? Like, how can I cause, because harmony with the black and white, with the Aries energy, there's disharmony, there's war. The god of war. Libra is Venus. Libra integrates two opposite energies and it says, how can we come together? How can we create harmony, peace, and balance? Is that possible? And if that is possible, what is the right relationship? What is the right relationship between peace and war? What is the right relationship between black and white? What is the right relationship between love and hate? And the Aries energy is like, I don't give a fuck. I hate this or I love this. I don't give a damn what the right relationship is. Why the fuck would I care? Excuse my language, you guys. Aries energy is like, I don't give a motherfucking goddamn what the right relationship is as long as I stand on one or the other. This is war. I don't have time to think about what is the right relationship. And that is the problem between Aries and Libra energy. Is Libra's like, what is the right relationship? Like, how can we integrate this and that? And what are the proper compounds? What are the compounds that are necessary? Do we need 50% this and 50% that? Or do we need 20% this or 60% that? Oh my God, do I know math? What are the proper compounds that are necessary to create harmony and balance? It requires more mind power. It requires this. There's a reason why Libra energy is this and Aries energy is this. To walk the two great lines of force is to look to say, these are the two great lines. How can I find the balance in between? It's absolutely necessary. I mean, if we were always at war, always at disagreement, always from one extreme to another, like, do you think humanity would even freaking exist? Like, do you think that we would ever find peace between nations? The reason why we have this disharmony between nations is Aries energy. I'm ruling or you're ruling. Like, how can we all exist together? Like, how can we say every nation on the planet is actually quite necessary and actually quite valuable? Like, how do we say that? I'm the only ruling nation in the world and it's me. Or we can all live in harmony. So Libra energy rules harmony. It rules justice. It rules how can we, and the reason why Libra energy is so goddamn frustrating. I'm not simping for Libra energy. You thought. And the reason why I speak the way I do is through understanding and through the struggle, okay? The reason why Libra energy is so frustrating is because Aries energy is like I have an intention. That intention is to steal your lunch money. I'm a bully. I'm going to steal your lunch money. I'm going to beat you up, okay? I look at your lunch money. I say the easiest way to get your lunch money is to get it from you, to force it from you, to beat you up. So I go to school and I'm the big bad bully. I say, give me your lunch money. And if you don't give it to me, I give you one chance. You get one chance to give me your lunch money. You don't give me your lunch money, after the one time I tell you, I'm going to ask for it once. You don't give it to me. Okay, now I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to beat you up. I'm going to take your lunch money. Okay? Libra energy is, I decide that I want your lunch money. And I realize that I could beat your ass. I could take it from you, but that would make me look bad to other people. That would make me look like a bad person. I care about what other people think, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna become friends with you. I see your lunch money. It looks enticing. I see your lunch money. I see you walking around looking like a gazelle. I'm gonna study you. I'm gonna use my mind. I'm gonna say, okay, they seem friendly. They seem giving, okay? They seem like they don't mind having their lunch money taken, but I don't want to look like the bad person. I don't want to look like the person that's stealing people's lunch money, so I'm just gonna go up to them and I'm gonna become their friend. Hey, how are you? Oh my God, I love your shoes. I love your outfit. Yeah, oh my God, let's become friends. My grandmother is a blah, blah, blah. Or like, oh, you know, my dad's in the same career field. Oh my God, I love that. I love that song, right? So they go through the process of becoming the person's friend. And they say, oh my God, I love you so much. We're such good friends. And the person, the victim, the person's like, oh my God, like, same. Like, I love you too. Thanks. I'm so happy we're friends. And the Libra person says, oh my God. And the other person says, well, what is it? What's going, are you okay? The Libra person says, I I forgot my lunch money. Like, I'm starving. I haven't eaten since Tuesday. I'm starving. Like, I thought I'd be dead by now. I'm so hungry. Oh my God. This is a person. Oh my God. Do you want some money? Like, I have food here. Like, are you gonna be okay? I guess I might be okay. I don't know. You know, I'm on the verge of death. You know, I'm on the verge of starving to death, literally. Like, I might die within seconds, actually. The person's like, oh my God, like, you're such a nice person. Like, I love you. You're my best friend. Here, take what I have. Take everything I have. Libra person, oh my God, like, how, thank you. Oh my God, you're the best friend I've ever had. Like, I never thought that anyone could be anything like you. You're such a beautiful person. I will remember this forever, and I owe you with my life. That is a difference. That is a difference between Aries and Libra energy. Libra energy doesn't want to be seen as aggressive. They don't want to be seen as a bad person. They may even convince themselves, like this whole skit I just did, they may convince themselves that they're not trying to steal this person's lunch money. The lunch money, they're just so amazing and so great and so charming that the lunch money person just gave it to them. I don't ask for any of this stuff. People just give me their lunch money. I don't even ask for it. They've convinced themselves that there are these upright and diplomatic and charming people. But when you call bullshit, and you say, wait a minute, you're trying to take my lunch money? What the oh my God, like, I thought we were friends. It's, oh my God, you think that I would intentionally take your lunch money? You think that I would do that to you? What kind of monster are you to believe that I would take your lunch money? I'm not that type of person. How could you accuse me of being that way? Hey, everyone who's under my spell, I'm a great person. I've been nice to you. I've manipulated you, right? You would have to understand that this person is obviously psychotic. They're obviously fucking crazy. Because I did nothing to them. They accused me of taking their lunch money. I'm starving. I haven't eaten in days. I might be dead by tonight. But they came to me, little lovable, charming me, and accused me of stealing their lunch money. All of you people that I've manipulated, I've successfully manipulated all of you. Please join together with me to make this one person feel crazy for calling out my bullshit. Hey, everyone. Oh my God, I love Libra. Oh my God, Libra's so great. How could you? There's never any success. If you are trying to expose a Libra, you can forget about it. I'm telling you right now, you can forget about it. If you have Chiron, conjunct North Node, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Forget about it. Don't even try. You're going to look like an asshole. They're going to make you look like an asshole, and you're going to feel crazy. You will go through the ends of the earth and end up making a fool out of yourself and looking worse than the Libra. Everyone's under their spell. It's called charm for a reason. It's called charm. It means that they can manipulate energy to walk the path between the two great lines of force. The reason why this energy is so necessary is because imagine getting what you want without having to beat somebody's ass. You come from the South Node of Aries. You come from someone who's like, if I want something, I'm gonna beat their ass. But what if you didn't have to? What if you didn't have to look like the big mean bully? That's what Aries are. They're bullies. An Aries person is a bully. They're beating people up and saying, you better do what I say because you're scared. Imagine not looking like the bully. Imagine getting what you want out of people without all of the aggression, without having to get out of character. Imagine that. Wouldn't that be better? Isn't that better? Even in your relationships, it's like, since Libra rules the relationships, it's like humans don't like to be forced into things. Humans want to be seduced. They want to be charmed. If you've read The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene talks a lot about this. Robert Greene talks about how humans want to be seduced. And when you seduce them, you're not doing anything wrong. You're not doing a wrong thing to them. They want it. They crave it. They want an escape from their mundane lives. If they go and they work a shift at Family Dollar and they're boop, 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 ringing orders up, your total will be $8.71. God damn. Fuck, my life sucks. And then you come along and you're just this beautiful goddess and you seduce them and you pull at all of their emotional strings and you pull at all of their other strings and you create this mental game, this playground for them to say, okay, I don't know what to feel about this person. This is what they are saying. I don't know what to feel about this person, but I like it. It's a switch up. It's something different. I can go to my Family Dollar job and I can be excited about this game that I'm playing. You know, if I get a text message from this person, whoever the seductress or the seductress is, that makes my day better. And even if it's not real, it has a purpose. It brings joy. It brings that feeling of joy. So, one thing that has really set on my mind is the whole concept of keeping your enemies close. When people say, I keep my enemies close, I've always thought, what does that mean? Why would you want to keep your enemies close? What if your enemy kills you? What if they kill you? What if they catch you slipping? What if you turn around, they smile in your face, whole time they want to take your place, and you have a knife in your bag? Why on God's green earth would you want to keep your enemy close? Like, explain that to me. It sounds, it's dangerous. Keeping your enemy close is dangerous. You know, when you think about it, in war, if you keep your enemy close, they can bomb your whole shit, you know? I don't speak war language. I don't really know much about war. But to have one invader, one intruder, one imposter is the end. It's the end of you. I think wars have been lost because of this. Because one intruder, one imposter came in and got the game plan of the other side or whatever. I wish I could speak more clearly about war, but because there was one spy, one agent or whatever, these people got bombed up, killed, whatever the case is. It was that serious. You cannot trust a spy. You cannot trust an outsider. So it's like, oh, I keep my enemies close. Why on God's green earth would I keep my enemy close? It's life or death over here. And then the Libra energy is like, it's like, keep your enemy close so that you have more manipulative power over the situation. You have more mental ability over the situation. If I take someone who is an enemy, who has been proven an enemy, someone that I've already called out, I already despise, someone I've already decided is an enemy, and I say, since you're an enemy, let me use you as an asset. I'm in a position of power. I'm in a position of, okay, so I could go after it this way. So imagine that same spy. Imagine that spy comes in. So say there's that spy we were talking about. We keep all outsiders out, but there's a spy. Say that same exact spy that I fear ruin from. And I say, okay, so I could kill this spy and not learn anything from the situation and stay exactly the same. Or I can take this spy that's in my spot, that's an outsider, that's an op, and I can look at them and say, what do you know? I can torture them if I want to, but I can honestly just manipulate them. Really, that's what Libra energy is all about, is I can manipulate them and say, what do you know? What do you know? And can I get anything from it? Can I get any value from it? Can I learn something from it to beat your people? You are in here trying to get information and you're gonna die unless you join my side. Then it's like, okay, I join your side because I don't want to die. Now what? The spy has something to prove, okay? The spy is fighting for its life. The spy is saying, hey, I've already been found out to be a spy. I've already been found out to be non-trustworthy. So people are expecting me to be non-trustworthy. So because people are expecting me to be non-trustworthy and it's already a known thing, I even have that much more to prove. I have that to prove. I have to prove that I'm not against this team. I have to prove that I'm not against it. And because they are so focused on proving themselves to not be an op, they are willing to do anything for you. And that is why you keep your enemies close. And I do believe that that is rooted within the Libra and Scorpio energy. Using your mind instead of your iron fist. And that is the difference. That is the difference. So I'm going to go ahead and end this recording. So thank you so much for your time. Whoever this resonates with or resonated with, I so appreciate your attentiveness. If you're still here, drop a purple heart. Drop a purple heart. Like, I want to know what the real ones are. And if you're a Libra and you have Libra dominant energy, like, I appreciate you as well for being here with me still, because I understand that this was a difficult discussion to work through, being kind of like the bad guys. But in a previous lifetime, Aries was the bad guys, you know? So we're just all rotating bad guy energy. So I thank you guys so much. And I do offer readings in my description box below. And I thank you so much for just the safe environment that I've created, that you guys are helping me to create. All right, guys, thank you.